Good morning. Happy Friday. I think it's Friday. Maybe it's not a Friday. It might not be a Friday. I just realized probably not a Friday. I take that back. Happy whatever day you're watching this. Okay, well, it could be a Friday when you're watching this. Not a Friday when I'm releasing it. Oh, guys, it's early. The time change here when we go back an hour, even for those of us that are retired, it's a difficult adjustment because our bodies, our animals, everything is in sync with all those prior months that we were on a different time zone. And of course, Miss Nala is a creature of habit, and she still wakes me up at what she believes to be 7 or 7:30. So I'm getting up an hour earlier. I'm trying to make that modification, but I know it's going to take about a week or so. In the meantime, how are you guys? Are you adjusting to the time change if it's something that you do where you live? Alabama is one of those states that has put in a petition to the government so that they do not have to follow daylight savings time anymore. Hopefully, if that ever goes through, then when we go forward an hour in March, that will be the last time we change, and that's going to be where we stay. Mind-boggling. I know exactly why they did it. It had a lot to do with the farmers and whatnot needing as much daylight as they could while it was still growing seasons. That was the primary reason behind it. The primary reason behind this video is to bring you more products, give you a little bit of update, touch base with you, say, hi family, how you doing? So come on in and set a spell with me. I have a nice big cup of coffee. I have a fall outfit on because it is November and it's a little cooler, so I have a not quite a 3/4 length sleeve, a little longer short sleeve on. My hair is down to keep the cool air off my neck. And I have 2 shops that we're going to look at. These are shops you've seen before. One of them is one of my favorite pet places to shop, and the other, of course, which you're not going to be surprised about, is SuperBuys. I need to get these out of the house. I have more coming. And I don't know if you've noticed yet, guys, but I am not pre-recording as far in advance as I was previously. Why? Because there's more going on around the corner and less shopping happening. And there's going to be a little less shopping of whatnot nature happening in the future. I'm just giving you a little teaser because there are some things in the house that I'm going to start taking my dedicated funds for and getting things done in the house over the course of the winter. That was the original plan. When I can't work outside, I'm going to work inside. I'll always have some sort of a haul to show you. I may end up doing a whole series of home cooking fall meals for you guys. I have some plans for that. We'll see what happens. Okay. I have 2 orders from Miss Lydia, which is DivaDog. Now, these are not really big orders, but nonetheless, you're going to get the sealer. All right. This one came in a mailer bag, and I will give you the skinny on the order. It was from a live stream on October 24th, and I received it on October 30th. That's not too bad because her stream was in the evening, so we go from the 25th to the 30th, 5 days. The first thing I got, actually, the only thing purchased from her was a 3-pack of pig ears. And these are the bigger pig ears. These are big puppies. These things are like almost the size of my face. These are more like sow ears, but I want you to see what it says up here. Treats by DivaDog. These are part of her own line that she's offering. No grains or rawhide, no fillers, one ingredient. The only thing in here is the dried ear. Okay? She sold them in a bundle of 3. The retail on these items is 3 of them for $14. If you get a 6-pack, it was about $28 for these particular ones, but 3 of these for $14. I got the 3 of them for $10. So not a big savings, but still a little bit of a savings. Now, she had, my camera just blinked. That was really weird. Okay, it didn't go out. She had a raid train that she was in, and the raid train came through, so she was doing treats like crazy and rapid. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try these for Miss Nala. So I am going to open one, and we're going to see what Miss Nala thinks of it. Baby girl. Aw, look at this cute little face. Can you see that little face? Come here. You want to try this? Sniff? What do you think? Are you interested? Your tail's wagging. Your tail's wagging? You want to try a pig ear? Smells oily. Want to try it? Sniff, sniff, sniff. Push. Okay. What are you going to do? You're going to take it? Sniff it some more. What do you think? Push. I put it on your bed? We'll give her some time to decide what she wants to do with it. You may recall I told you that when she's introduced to something new, she doesn't just go right to it and start gobbling it up. She has to sniff it, lick it, inspect it, decide if she wants it or not. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep an ear open for any chewing. Oh, come on. That was a good pun. No? All right. You're not awake yet. If she doesn't like them, I will get rid of the one that I've given her, and I will take the other 2 and I will donate them to probably one of the, I just had a neighbor move in that has 2 big dogs. So this might be a good thing to just as kind of like a welcome to the neighborhood thing. Give the doggies a treat. Used to be that you would bring the family's food. Now I just bring the animals' food. That's what I do. Okay. Now, that's the only thing I bought. However, I had been in a show, which is the next package that I'm going to show you from DivaDog. And things were getting absolutely crazy for her. She didn't have a moderator. Her husband wasn't home. She was basically, her head was spinning. And she really needed a mod to help her out. And without even being asked, I just, of course, I took the liberty and I jumped in and I started trying to keep her on track. This was next. That was next. This is what you need to run. This is what we're waiting for. I would keep the chat informed. Okay, I'm keeping track of your requests. This is what we're seeing next. And then when it got to be way ahead, I told everyone, please hold your requests and give our host a chance to catch up. And then we'll see what other questions you have. Everybody was wonderful about it. Miss Lydia was able to calm down. She got through everything beautifully. And as a thank you, she sent me this. Wait till you see this. My girl is going to dress in high fashion. That's all I can say. I had seen this and I had asked Lydia to set it aside for me till the end of the show. And then she and I would do the transaction when she was signing off the show. This is a winter cape, a cheetah print winter cape, fleece lined, nice big fancy collar, Velcro closing, Velcro around the waist so that it is 100% adjustable to my girl. This goes anywhere from a 28-inch chest to a 39-inch chest, and she's got a 34-inch chest, so it's perfect. But look at this. Is this not perfect for her blonde color? Right? What an amazing way to say thank you. She would not let me pay her for it. I can't wait to see Nala in this when it gets cooler. It's already getting cooler at night and in the morning, and it's cold in the morning. It's in the 50s in the morning when we go for our walk. She loves these coats, and it even looks like her in the picture. Looks a little bit like her. So this, believe it or not, in order to get the chest measurements, this is a 3XL, a 3 extra large, and it is made by Show and Tail. Show and Tail, new with tags. This is a really nice, regular coat-like material on the outside of it. It does have the hole for the D-ring. I tend to put her harness on over her sweaters. I also find that by doing that, it keeps her sweaters from shifting around, especially those that are just on with Velcro, keeps them from moving too much. But the D-ring on her harness is further back, and I don't want to have to cut another hole in this for the D-ring. I don't walk her on a collar because it's too easy for her to slip a collar, especially with all the new residents in our neighborhood. This is snowbird season, and they're all arriving from the north to come down here in winter down here, and they've got animals. So harness is necessary. Absolutely love this. Thank you, Miss Lydia. You'll get to see a picture of it when it comes time for her to put it on. I am not going to stress her out by doing constant clothes change. She just gets too excited. I put a sweater or a jacket on her, she immediately thinks that we're heading outside, and I don't want her to get like that. But that cheetah vest, cape, coat, whatever you want to call it, that the lowest price that I could find it in a 3XL was $19.90. That was a very, very generous gift from Miss Lydia. And that's how she treats not just me because I helped her. I've seen her gift things to her regular shoppers. They'll buy something and she'll say, okay, you know what? I'm going to add this. I'm going to just throw this into the bag, or I'm going to increase your bundle by 1 or 2 more little items. She is a sweetheart. She's very, very generous. So if you haven't been to see DivaDog yet, you really might want to stop and see Miss Lydia. Tell her Konnee sent you. All right. Let's get into this next box. Not too big. This is from a show on October 26th. I received this on October 31st. So the average shipping time from her is about packing, shipping, postal service delivery to me is about 5 days. She is in Florida, but she's in southern Florida. Not too far away, but I'm getting things quick, so I'm okay with it. But wait till you see this. Massive, massive chew cheese flavored bone by Chuka, Suchi Chuka. 100% digestible, for reducing tartar and plaque, no artificial colors, cheese-flavored dog bone. This bone, the lowest price I could find it for was $9.75. The most expensive I found this for, are you ready? $22. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And I even thought 9.75 was crazy. But, let's take middle of the road and say $15 for a bone this big. This is easily a 10-inch bone, a 9 or 10-inch bone. Does it say on here? No, it doesn't say how big it is. No, nothing on here. 20 centimeters. There you go. 20 centimeters. So whatever that is. But I picked it up from Miss Lydia for $6. Either way, that's an unheard of price for something this big. $6 for this. Now, I have noticed that Nala has her Kong ball with the little Kong treat that pops into the bottom of it. She's not an extreme chewer, but she does like to gnaw on things just a little bit. She won't sit there like Sadie and Levi did and chew something until they absolutely break through it. I don't know how their jaws even kept going for that long. But Nala will do something for a shorter period of time just to kind of get that little satisfaction out. But I find as her level of frustration is lower, and her anxiety is lower the longer that she's with me. She's been with me about a month now, roughly. You're seeing this when you're seeing this. You're seeing this November 19th. I got her October 15th, so a little over a month. All her signs and symptoms of anxiety are pretty much gone. She's seriously settled it. Seriously. So I don't anticipate she'll spend a lot of time chewing on that, but any amount of time that she spends chewing on is going to be good to help keep her teeth strong. So the next thing I got was this. Yak cheese chews. Now, these are hard chews, but if you've ever given your dog a yak cheese chews, these kind of break down and get soft and mushy because they actually are cheese. They get soft and mushy. You can see they're kind of pressed together and they're just sliced. She will be able to get this soft and break through it. These are made in Nepal, 100% natural, easy digestible. They say this is for medium-sized dogs. She's not a medium anything. To me, she's a medium, but to you guys, to a lot of you guys, she's a large dog. But this is just yak cheese. And of course, you're not going to get yak cheese made in the United States. Hello, I'm not surprised it's made in Nepal. Good reputation on the company, though. This is distributed out of Colorado. It's good until September of 2026. High in protein, good fiber count. It contains yak milk, cow milk, lime juice, and salt. That's it. 4 ingredients right there. 4 ingredients. And as you can see by the tag, if you peeked, these run $15.49 for 2 of the medium size, and I got it for $8. So roughly half price. I'm going to give one to the girl and see if she wants it. Where did she go? Aw. She found the ray of sun coming into the living room and she was laying in it. You want to try the yak cheese? What do you think about that? Maybe? You don't know? Oh, this one's getting a really good smell. Oh my goodness. That a bone? Huh? Yeah? You can probably see the tail wagging down there. So I'll toss that one over on her bed. We'll see what she wants to do with that one. I want to give her a variety even if I have to spend the money up front one initial time to see if she likes them or not. And if she doesn't, as I say, the ones that she hasn't touched or that I haven't opened, I will donate to my neighborhood dogs, and or if their owners say no, they don't like them or they won't have them, then I'll take it and make a drop off at the shelter. Okay. The next thing that I got, she nudging my arm. She wants attention. And I know she likes this, is the Kong peanut butter. Now, this is not just peanut butter to put inside a Kong ball. You can put this on anything that you want to give the dog. I do recommend that you put it inside something. If you have like a hard buffalo bone or something like that that's hollow, that you squirt a little bit of this inside and let them spend time working to get it out. But it's perfect for Kong toys. You don't really want to really fill it, because you don't want it, of course, to pick up lint and dust and everything else off the floor as it bounces around. But the peanut butter stuff is really good. One tube of this, on average, sells for $10.49. One tube. I don't know why that has to be that expensive, but it is made for dogs. It is healthier for a dog than giving them regular people peanut butter. Regular people peanut butter won't hurt them in moderation, obviously. But $10.49 versus my price of picking this up for $4. There you go. $4. That was a deal. She was selling them in multiple packs, but because of my budget, I wasn't going to spend what she was asking for multi-packs. Yes, it would have been a better discount, but I have to stay in budget. So I asked her, could she just run one for me? Which she did. And I was grateful for it. All right. The last thing in this order is a bundle. And this is a bundle of various treats. And I already know that Miss Nala loves these, so I don't have to open any of them. But I'm going to show you. It's a 3-pack in this bundle. I'm going to show you all 3 things. Here's the first thing. And yes, it came with this metal carabiner. I find that very odd, but you can never have too many carabiners. So this is a foundation. It says small dogs, puppies, and training treats. So when we're going out on our walk and I'm leash training her and she's doing good, these are the perfect size little niblets to give her. Pretty much anything that you can give to a puppy, you can give to a senior dog, but check with your vet, because my vet is as a matter of fact, all the vets that I've dealt with over the years have been a firm believer that the senior dogs need, as long as they don't have like a liver problem or something, they need that higher protein, higher crude, different fats and things that you would give a puppy. They need that to maintain their muscles. They need that for their energy, especially with Nala and I going out for daily walks. I need to keep her energy levels up. I need to keep her muscles strong. That's what this does. It helps growing puppies to develop it, and it helps senior dogs to retain it. So I already know she loves these. This bag typically sells for $3.99. Keep an eye on the costs. The second thing I got for her is these Bonamints. These are literally, they smell like peppermint. These are little dental bone mints. Didn't say how many's in here. It's an 8-ounce bag. They say they're a small size, but they're actually not all that small, guys. I think they're a perfect size for a treat. Oh, you open the bag, all you smell is mint. So they're about as long as a finger, a little bit longer than a finger. So not too big, about as big around as a finger. You can break them in half. I gave her a half of one just to find out she liked it. Here's the other half still in the bag. She does like these. These are great for getting tartar off the teeth and for just basically freshening doggy's breath. And my girl has morning breath. She does. She has morning breath. This bag sells for $10.07. Okay. And the last bag of goodies, these are Kong snacks. And these are, what's the flavor? Baked with real chicken, salmon, and blueberries. And you can put these in a Kong bowl, or you can just give them as a small snack. I prefer to just give them as a small snack. Nala's on a weight loss mission, just like her mama is. Small snacks are okay. She thinks she's getting a lot. She can have up to 5 of these per day, but if I give her one, she's happy. This bag sells for $11.99. So the 3 bags of treats have a total value of $26.05. No, that's not what I paid for it, but that's the value. If I had gone out to either Amazon or any place else that I can get these items, that's what I would have paid for it. I paid $7 for a $26 bundle. Can you see now why I don't worry about that $9.21 shipping? Even with this, if I add the $9.21 to the $7, you're talking $16, but it was a $26 value. I've still saved $10 just on this, which means no shipping on the rest of the stuff and all the savings I got on everything else. This is why I look for those big, big discounts. The things, it might only be one purchase out of a whole bunch of others that makes it worth it. But as long as it all comes out to where I'm still having a big savings, yeah, I don't freak over the shipping. Now, Miss Lydia, DivaDog, still gets 5 stars. Every chance that I go back to stop in and see her, if she needs me to mod for her, I will. Even her husband jokes around saying, oh, I can leave now. I can go watch the football game, or I can go watch the playoffs, or whatever is going on sports-wise in November. He says, oh, Connie's here. I can leave. And I'm like, and I always tell him, and I put it in the chat, you keep your ass right where it is. And that's exactly how I phrase it. So we have developed a very, very good relationship. Lydia has a great relationship with all of her shoppers. And her husband is very, very personable, very friendly. He never gets on camera. He got on camera once by mistake. It was like, we see you. And he's like, oh, crap. Nice couple. Okay, where are we at time-wise? We're 28 minutes. We're not going to make this too long because SuperBuys order does not have too much in it. And you have to bend, excuse me, while I do the whack-a-mole thing here, because I am not picking up this box. But, got my sheet. This is from an order from SuperBuys. October 29th. Received it on November 3rd. That's really good considering there was a weekend in there. That's impressive. All right, let's get the first heavy thing out of the box. Tide. Wow. Guys, did they have a ton of this? And she was only doing a few bottles at a time simply because of the shipping expenses. Now, let me explain to you why she only does a few. You have to remember, they're not putting every single thing on a scale as it's auctioned off. Germany and Brie are trying to, they're either going by what's on here or they're going by what it feels like in their hand. And then they're setting you know, whether it's A, B, C, D, E, or F, or G, whatever the weight is that's preset in their system, and then they're running it. Well, yes, they're human. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to guess that something is a certain weight and it might be more. Very rarely do they ever say something is a certain weight and it's less. They're usually good about that. So in order to not go broke with the shipping fees, nor overcharge us with the shipping fees, they will only do so many super heavy items in a show to limit the error margin, right? Because remember, if they don't judge it right, and if we don't pay the proper shipping, they have to pay that shipping. So that's why they kind of, you know, that little margin of error, they have to make sure they don't really blow it in one particular show. So she only ran, I think, 2 or 3 of these in the beginning of the show, and then another 1 or 2 at the very tail end of the show. I got in at the beginning. The cheapest I can find this near me in any of my local stores, the lowest, was $12.99. On average, it was a little over $15. I got this for $7. That's an enormous savings considering, keep in mind, I have a small machine. I use only about an ounce, maybe 2 ounces tops, depending on what I'm washing per load. This container does 48 loads right there. 48 loads. In my machine, it's going to do 96 loads or more. And I only paid $7 for it. What I had gotten from her before was almost out, which is why I said perfect timing that this one showed up. I'm not married to any particular brand. So if you are, then you're probably not going to find a savings on whatnot unless your brand happens to come up. I just like the better, well-known brands like the Arm & Hammer and the Tide, Procter & Gamble products. As long as I can stay with the I hate to say it, but with the brands when it comes to certain things, I will stay with the brands because of their reputation. All right, I'll get that. So this was a steal at $7. It came wrapped in a plastic bag, in a sealed bag. They made sure this thing was not going to leak. Not a drop came out of that. So that was a great bargain. Now, you ready for this? It's another charisma. This is the third one I got. The first one I gifted to Miss Gigi for accompanying me on my rescue mission for Nala. The second one I got for myself, not even for Nala. I got it for me, simply because I just love this damn bandana. But when the third one come up, when they finally had, she only had like 2 of these. These are very rare now when they're coming in. So when this came up, you know I had to bid on it. This is an 8-inch size. It sells for $12.99 on average. I got her for $4. But I have a surprise for you. Now, you've already voted for the box that you want me to start my subscriber appreciation with. That was more than a week ago. All right. On the 7th, I put that out there. You were voting from November 7th to November 14th or November 13th. On November 14th, I did the video of what is in the box that you chose. Well, just in case you didn't see that video, or just in case, because I am pre-recording this, just in case the video you chose was not the children's box, this is going in the children's Givey box. I specifically got this to put that in that box. What do you think? Yeah, I know. There's a lot of adults that would love to have it, but it's going in the kids' box. Even though I know some of us are all big kids. So Charisma, $4 for a $12.99 item. Great deal. This has to be one of the best deals that I've gotten in a long time. Let me tell you about this particular package. This is a box of black 10-inch papered candles. Now you saw I got the red ones. And I believe I gotten the red ones from PriceBreak. When Germany held up this box, the chat was going crazy, going back and forth with other things. They weren't paying attention to the auction, guys. And I watch for that. Not only do I stalk the shelves in the background to see what might be hiding back there, but I pay attention. How distracted are people? So I'm going to show you what Germany showed us. Germany opened the box. Hold on, because it was all covered up nicely. And she held up the box and she showed us these black taper candles, just like this. Now, if everybody did a quick count, I think they saw that there was 7 on the top or 8 across the top. That there was 8 across the top. So I don't know, maybe they weren't paying attention to what she showed initially and they didn't bid on it. This box has 30 candles in it. 30 count 10-inch black candles. 30. I can make an altar. I have candles for life now. I'm never going to have to buy any other candles. 30 candles. This box sells for $24.99. The chat was busy. I got this entire box for $3 for the initial bid, the starting bid, $3. 30 candles for $3. Now, she had more. And after the auction ended and I had already won these for $3, somebody in the chat said, how many are in that box? And she looked down and she says, there are 30. Well, guess what? The next couple of boxes that got ran, they didn't go for $3. One of them went for $12. Another one went for $18. And I just sat back. I'm like, man, you guys need to learn how to do an auction. This is how you get the deals, guys. Don't get so caught up in the chat that you miss something like this. The chat was going crazy. I don't even remember what it was that had them so wrapped up, but they were going absolutely crazy. And I saw the label on the end of the box when she first picked the box up, and I went, 30 candles. Let's see what they look like. Basic black tapers, 10 inches. They won't burn forever, but you know what? I can put them up. They'll be fine. I can alternate them with the red ones. I can use the red ones for the holidays, and I can use the black ones the rest of the time. No, there's nothing wrong with burning a black candle. It's not superstitious. I'm very spiritual. There are certain uses that, yes, I can use a black candle for, which I will. But as long as you're not doing any spells or incantations or anything else, and you're just burning the candle, a black candle is fine. Seriously, guys. I can't say it. 30 candles for $3. Y'all gotta pay attention. That's how I get a lot of these deals, right? So hopefully as we go along through these videos, you're picking up these little tips and tricks and hints and tidbits that I'm giving you as to how you can get the deals that I get. You stock the shelves in the back. You Is the chat distracted? Are they not paying attention? Are you paying uber attention to what's being presented? Are you being observant? And the minute I see a box come out from Germany, right, I'm looking for a label. What can I see on that box? I'm not even listening to her. I'm looking at what's in her hand. What do I see? This is the next thing that I saw. Classic kerosene lamp. It's glass. It's not plastic. Now, I have an antique Pullman lantern, like the railway card people used to use, but I didn't have one of these. And I like the kerosene lanterns when I can't have battery operated. I like the kerosene lanterns for being stationary, where I don't have to worry about walking around the house with them. So let me pull this bubble wrap off. This is very, very nicely wrapped. Bear with me a second. Not only does it come with the wick that's in it, it comes with 2 spare wicks. This is all nicely wrapped up. Bear with me a second here. It's got plastic all over. And I found my other cutter, by the way, that you saw me looking for in the last video. I didn't know where it was. I found it on the front porch. I'm not even sure how it got on the front. Okay. Not gonna try to figure out. So the front porch, because I'll make myself crazy if I do. Right, let's get all this plastic wrapping off of here. Okay, this is glass. It's the clingy plastic. I hate this. It's bouncing all over my arm. Hold on. That's why I miss having my nails, because when you get clingy stuff like that, it does not cling to your acrylic nails. So this is not super big. This is a little more than a foot tall. Do I have a measuring tape in here? Of course not. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Hold on. Let's see what we're looking at height-wise on you. We are looking at almost exactly 12 inches, 12 and a half inches long. So not super big, which is good. There's your dome. And this is glass, but it's very, very thin glass, nicely made. I love that this is the oxidized. It's it has almost a black look. It's not a shiny silver to it. Your tank. That'll hold quite a bit. This looks like it will probably hold, I would say, maybe about 10 ounces, which is a fair amount. It's deep. There's your wick. Your wicks are very easy to feed in and out of these particular types of things. There's your adjuster to make your wick go down or up. Up if you want a brighter flame, down if you want a moderate flame. Let me make sure I get this inside these little protective tabs. These are nice and tight and snug. It's got a cute little bird design on it. Can you see the little birds? All the way around, it's just got little birds. It's not super fancy. It's relatively lightweight, but it's perfect to hold it, to carry it, not be up by the flame. It's protected because the flame is inside the glass. So the next time I make a trip into town, which will probably be in about 2 weeks, I will pick up the kerosene that I need for this. Extra wicks. I'm going to put them right down in here so I don't lose them. Great deal on this. Now, this particular lamp, this exact lamp, exactly as you see it here, you can get it on Amazon. It sells for $24.59. I got it for $7. That's really good. A third, basically more than a 60% discount on this. So I'm very, very happy with it. There were only a couple other people bidding, and I knew that I would pay up to a certain amount for it. I was already at free shipping because of the tide. I figured, you know what? It's okay. I'll pay a certain amount for it. And I got it for less than what I was willing to pay. So I'm happy with this for $7. Really, really nice. Very nice quality. I'm very happy with that. And that's actually going to sit on the kitchen ledge between this room and the kitchen so that it will help give me light in this particular area should I need it. So that's my order from SuperBuys. What do you think? I love the variety. I love the savings. I love the steals. It's a fun place to go into. But again, if you get too distracted by the chat, you're going to miss out on some incredible savings for things that you can use or might be able to use. Hold on. I'm trying not to sneeze. It's going to happen. Okay, that happened. It's okay. So SuperBuys still gets 5 stars. What can I say, guys? It's always going to be one of my favorite shops. They are doing a little bit more Amazon again. No, they're not yet doing Amazon Prime, which is where the coffee and the sugars and the creamers and the foods and the treats and snacks and chocolates, that's where that comes from. I have sent a couple of messages to Jonathan. You can do the same if you wish. If you want to see more Amazon Prime palettes that have those household things, those kitchen foods, whatever you want to call them in it, you can just click on the icon, click on message, send a message, and just start the messages off that says, "Hello, Jonathan." And Bree and Germany will make sure that Jonathan gets the message that this is what you want to see more of. This is what you're looking for. You don't want to see those constant broken boxes or broken pallets from the drugstores. You don't want to see that kind of stuff. You don't want to see, damaged items like crazy coming out of Targets or anyplace else. You want to see more Amazon, or you want to see more of this type of thing. Let him know. If you don't want to see as many clothes, it's like, enough with the clothes already. Stop buying Gaylords of clothes. I think he's kind of getting the message, because we've been seeing a lot more Amazon lately. So that's my review for today. 2 shops. DivaDog, 5 stars. SuperBuys, 5 stars. Konnee's Little Corner, 2 thumbs up. Right? Oh, you wanted some Nala news. Well, I gave you a big update on the video of the 14th, I believe, last week, or just a few days ago. So you got that big update. But in the meantime, she continues to do amazing. She's totally settled in. She's very protective. When we do go out into the backyard, if the 2 dogs next door are out they have a confined space, but it's kind of tucked up away. It's not right across from where Nala's space is. So in order for her to see them, if they're outside, she has to go to the far end of her area. But when she does, if she sees them, she kind of barks once. A nice, deep, "I'm here and I see you" kind of bark, with her hackles up. I thank her and she stops. It's just enough. She might stand there and keep a look at them with the hackles up, but she does not continue to bark. So we've got her voice appropriately under control. We're still working on the walking issues, because She just gets so excited. She just wants to trot everywhere we go. And I just can't do that because of my heel. So I'm trying to still get her to be a little closer to me. The beginning of the walk, she's on a fast race. When we start to turn around and come back, that's when she's excellent at walking right next to my hip, to my side, with a loose leash. And she's not excited. She's getting tired. She gets tuckered out. But we're going further and further each time. We'll go as far as I know my foot can handle. And it does great because it's just like any other kid being out in the air. It knocks her out and she sleeps, she relaxes, she's happy. Yeah. It's something that we both look forward to every day is getting outside and getting that little bit of exercise. It's helping both of us on our journey. Mine is doing good. I'm still in a bit of a roller coaster. It's like instead of taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, it's like taking 3 steps forward and 1 step back. So I'm still making very slow progress, but I'm still making progress. There's other things that I've been doing. There's 2 medications that I am no longer taking. And those are medications that was related to stress in my life. And I'm completely off of those medications. One of them which was for my GERD, which is, if you have GERD, if you have acid reflux, you know the more stress you have in your life, the worse that condition is. I have not needed to take anything, not even over the counter, nothing for that now in quite a few months, probably since maybe my 2nd month in the house here. So that is a clear indicator that a lot of the stressors in my life, a lot of the situations, people, places, things that were stressing me are not there anymore. Sometimes it's good to clean house in a lot of different ways. Yeah. So the less medications I can be on for various things, the better. Miss Nala is not on any allergy medications. Her itching and scratching that she had was so far, at least this time of year, does not appear to be environmental. It appeared to be anxiety related because the longer she's been with me, the less she scratches or licks ever. Very, very rarely. But I will keep a constant eye on that as the seasons change to find out if in the springtime she may have pollen or different allergies, things like that. So things coming up around the corner is now that we're into winter time, I will be starting to do more cooking. I've actually got a grocery list that next week I'm going to be ordering certain groceries so that I can do some comfort foods for winter. I will be doing chicken and dumplings. I will be doing a different dough recipe, not my flatbread recipe that I've given you guys already. I will be doing my pizza dough, calzone dough, the dough if you want to make like pizza rolls and things like that. It's a basic dough. Depending on how long you let it rise and how you roll it out, depends on what you can use it for. I will be doing that for you guys. I will be doing my homemade beef stew. I have already done my homemade goulash for you, and I've done my chicken noodle soup for you guys, my chunky, hearty, full soup. So I'm going to be getting into things like that. I may even get into doing a meatloaf for you. And my meatloaf comes out tasting like Italian meatballs. I absolutely love it. And I love cold meatloaf sandwiches. So we have some cooking coming up. And we have finishing the bathroom. So the next trip that I take into town in a couple of weeks, I will be picking up the beadboard and the trim and the nails and everything that I need to finish the bottom half of the walls in the bathroom. Yeah, that we're going to be working on, right? It's all good. So in the meantime, as I said, 2 thumbs up, at least 2. If you have other family members, do a whole bunch of thumbs up. Don't forget to like. Obviously, that's the thumbs up. Share. If you can't share, look for that shooting star or hit that hype button because it does work. It's getting us out into the algorithm so that more people get to see the videos, get to enjoy the shopping, and hopefully go back and look at a few of the previous ones because I've got a couple hundred there. So you can pretty much find everything that you might be looking for. I really should do a list of what's in each video, shouldn't I? Anyway, you've seen new shops. You've seen what's coming up. You've seen what's in the works and the plans. You've heard about that. You've gotten updates on Nala's. There's just so much more that's always going to be coming. So if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it if you would. It will help this channel grow. It will help Miss Nala get more love and attention and bring more attention to how important it is to rescue a shelter dog. Shelter dogs may come with issues, but you know what? We can overcome all of those with just a little bit of love and patience. Right? Stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And we will see you really soon. Don't forget to vote, right? You voted for what you wanted on the Givey box. Now, if you want in on the Givey box, you need to go to that video and only that video if you want in on that box and get your hashtag comment in there. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to watch the video to figure it out. Good luck. See you soon.